Hi, Rangers! Did you know that the Powerpuff Girls were not always known as the Powerpuff Girls? Yes, you heard it right! Before they were the superheroes we know and love, they went by a different name. As surprising as it may sound, our favorite trio was initially known as the Whoop-Ass Girls. This was back in the early 90s when the creator, Craig McCracken, was still a student and made a short film about them. The girls were created by accident by Professor Utonium, who accidentally added a can of Whoop-Ass instead of Chemical X to his concoction. When Cartoon Network decided to pick up the show, they found the original name a bit too edgy for their young audience. Hence, the Whoop-Ass Girls transformed into the Powerpuff Girls we know and adore today. So, our beloved Powerpuff Girls started their journey with a completely different name. Did you know the Powerpuff Girls were not always a trio? Yes, you heard it right! In the 2016 reboot of the show, a fourth member made her debut, and her name is Bliss. Bliss, or Blistina Utonium, is the older sister of Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. Bliss was actually the original Powerpuff Girl, created by Professor Utonium before our beloved trio. But her powers were unstable, and she vanished after a mishap, leaving the professor heartbroken. It was then that he attempted to create the perfect little girl again, resulting in the birth of our favorite trio. Years later, Bliss returned to Townsville, and after a tumultuous reunion, she was welcomed back into the family. With her purple hue and teenage angst, Bliss added a new dynamic to the superhero team, proving that the Powerpuff Girls could be a quartet just as easily as a trio. So, there was a time when the Powerpuff Girls became a quartet, not a trio. Did you know the Powerpuff Girls has numerous hidden references to pop culture? That's right. The creators of this beloved series have cleverly woven in nods to some of the world's most famous icons. Take, for instance, the Beatles. In one episode, the Powerpuff Girls encounter a band called the Beatles, a clear homage to the legendary Liverpool quartet. And it doesn't stop with the name. The episode is packed with dialogue and scenarios inspired by Beatles song lyrics. Art lovers, too, might spot some familiar images. In several episodes, the backgrounds mimic famous artworks, including pieces by Piet Mondrian and Jackson Pollock. And let's not forget the nods to other cartoons. Ever notice the similarities between Mojo Jojo and Dr. Seuss's The Grinch? Or how about the Dexter's Laboratory cameo in the background of a classroom scene? So the Powerpuff Girls is more than just a kids' show, it's a treasure trove of pop culture references. Did you know the cityscape of Townsville is not as random as it seems? It's actually a clever mashup of several real-world cities. Yes, you heard right! The creator, Craig McCracken, drew inspiration from a handful of fascinating places to bring Townsville to life. Among these, the hustle and bustle of New York City, with its towering skyscrapers and constant energy, plays a significant role. You can also spot elements of Tokyo's vibrant and colorful cityscape, reflecting the anime influence on the Powerpuff Girls. But the most heartwarming part is the touch of McCracken's hometown, Charleroi. A small city with a big heart, Charleroi's essence is woven subtly into Townsville's fabric. This makes the cityscape not just a backdrop, but a character in its own right, adding to the charm of our favorite superhero trio's adventures. So, the next time you watch the Powerpuff Girls, try to spot the different elements of various cities in the backdrop of Townsville.